Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 summer fragrances for 2023. Now, this video is not like an all-time favorites video because I do have a lot of new fragrances that have joined my collection in literally like the past 2 weeks. Some of them are old loves that I do know that are just amazing that I've loved for years, but a lot of them I'm getting to know still. This is more just the fragrances that I'm loving this summer that I'm going to be giving a lot of love to and that I recommend to you guys to check out if you could get your hands on a sample or maybe smell it in store. So if you are new here and you love fragrance, beauty, self-care, body care, go ahead and subscribe because that's pretty much all that I talk about, and I would love to see you in my upcoming videos. So with that said, let's jump right into my top summer 2023 fragrances. So I'm going to start off with like oldies but goodies type of thing. Fragrances that I already know I love. And then I'm going to work my way up to like the ones that are newer to my collection. So the first one I'm going to talk about is in a travel size because I haven't bought the full size fragrance of this. I have the fragrance mist of it. I have a travel size of it. I have body care of it, but I will definitely be getting the full size bottle once this runs out. And this is by Sol de Janeiro. And this is Cheirosa 62. So it says Sol Cerocha. What did I just say? Sol Cheirosa 62. So this is a travel size that I literally have like one more wear. I put this in my perfume tray because I do want to wear this. But this is a Gourmand Queen Summer Bronze Goddess. That's what comes to my mind with this. I wore this fragrance a lot when I went on that cruise that I went on last year. I brought this with me, and also Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, which that's always like a summer staple for me. It won't be in this video, but that's still a really good one. But those were the ones that I wore, and this is just so good. This has pistachio in it. This has caramel. It has almond. It has like salty notes. It's perfection. Literally, this is the type of fragrance that people will probably want to eat you up. Like they will be behind you. This is that type of fragrance that just makes you want to be all up in someone's neck nonstop. That's just what this does, especially if you layer it. Like I have the deodorant of this, I have the dry shampoo, I have the body cream, I have like so many products. So you can literally just create like a scent bubble around you of this fragrance. Funny enough, even though I'm recommending it for summertime as a top summertime fragrance, this is the type of fragrance that kind of morphs into whatever you want it to be. So you can use it year round. You can use this in fall time if you want to have like a gourmand, yummy type of vibe. Winter time, you can definitely wear this. I don't know about spring. Maybe spring might be the only one that I wouldn't really want to reach for this one. But summer, fall, and winter, you can carry this with you and it will perform great in all of those seasons. But under the sun and just in the humidity, this is gorgeous. So that is my first one. Next up, I'm going to keep like a beachy vibe for my next one. This is Replica's Beach Walk. And this one, oh my God. I've had a travel size of this in the past that I completely went through. Then I went ahead and got this 1 ounce. I was kind of back and forth between Nest Sunkissed Hibiscus, which I had in my collection as well. They're very, very similar to each other. They could be kind of like dupes for each other. But I ended up choosing this one over Sunkissed Hibiscus because this one gives like very sexy vibes. It's almost like a cologne-y, beachy fragrance, and I feel like I think this one can almost be unisex. This falls along the lines of Tom Ford Soleil Blanc as well, Nest Sunkissed Hibiscus. This has ylang ylang, there's coconut in here, there is musk, pink pepper, you have citrus in it. It smells like a walk on the beach. Literally, it's called Beach Walk, but it just makes you think of walking along the beach. You have some sunscreen on. It's not super like obvious like other fragrances where it feels like you're literally wearing sunscreen, but it kind of has a touch of that, and I like that for summer. I know some people don't like it. I like it. It just makes me think of being at the beach and having bronze skin and having like beachy hair. That's the mindset that this fragrance puts me at. But then it has this sexiness to it as well. And it lasts a long time on my skin. It lasts way longer than Nest Sunkissed Hibiscus. So that was kind of like how I determined which one to go with. This one lasts way longer on me. And if you like beachy fragrances, this just feels like the sun is on your skin. It's sexy. It smells like the beach. It's just really, really nice. So that is Replica's Beach Walk. Next up is a polarizing fragrance, but is it a summer Amy video? If this fragrance doesn't make it to the video, can you guess? You guys should guess. You should pause the video, guess in the comments section, and then keep watching. What do you think I'm going to say? Okay, let's go ahead and let's bring it out. This is by Versace, and this is Delina Turquoise. So I just, every single time that it heats up, that it gets hot, that it gets humid, that it is that type of weather, this needs to come out for me. And this is guava, citrusy, woody. That's pretty much the 3 words that I would use to describe this. It is sweet for me. I think it's polarizing because many people don't even pick up on the guava. And it's crazy how our noses work. Some people will pick up on one thing, other people will not. And that's just the fun about fragrance. Sometimes we get so into it, we're so passionate about it that sometimes I'll be like, ooh, I don't know how they pick this up. But our nose is an incredible thing. So my nose picks up so much guava in this, so much sweetness. And then there is that bright citrusy fragrance in the back along with like a woody base, but it's just perfect for hot weather. So fresh, so easy to wear. It can be unisex, I will say. This does give unisex vibes, but I love unisex fragrances. I thought I didn't for some time. I thought that I was more of like a super girly feminine type of girl, but there are days where I'm not in the mood for that. There's days that I just want to smell fresh, clean, but not laundry clean, and I want to smell good. And I like that this has the guava in it because it does give it that fruitiness and sweetness, but you still have that like I'm fresh and clean type of vibe. Because when it's hot, I don't want anything too sticky on me. I don't want anything too like glowing on me. I want to feel fresh, energized, clean, happy, refreshed, and Delina Turquoise does that for me. And it almost makes me think it's not a beachy scent at all, but it kind of puts me in the mindset of like being on a boat or something. I don't know why, but and it literally looks like the ocean. So Delina Turquoise, I definitely recommend it for summertime. I've been loving it for like 2 years now, and it's always going to remind me of Puerto Rico because I got it while I was here, and I'm going to have a lot of memories. I guess when I spray this, I'm probably gonna think of living here, so it's going to be like a memory in a bottle. Now we're going to move on to kind of like newer fragrances in my collection, but these are still ones that I'm like completely sure about, that I love, that I recommend. The first one is by Addict, and this is Eat the Peach. This is for those of you who love peach. You love peachy fragrances. It's so good. This is a peach, but there's wood in here. So you definitely get like that juicy peach. It's like edible, like you want to eat this. You want to eat the peach. But the woodiness in it gives it like this, just gives it dimension. You know, it's not just peach. You're getting something else in there. Towards the end, after you smell the peach, that woodiness is in the background, and it just makes it kind of like intriguing, but still easy to wear. This is definitely one that you can wear to bedtime, during the day, to run errands, but it's really, really nice. And I feel like the longer it sits in my collection, the better it smells. Peach lovers, this is a must-have. And this formula does not have alcohol, so you can put this like all over your hair. Actually, I spray this everywhere. And honestly, I was watching Opinionated Scents. She hauled it in her latest haul video, and she was kind of scared to like spray it on her clothes. That made me stop and think, and I was like, wait a second, does that mess up your clothes? Because I go crazy spraying this, and I've never really noticed anything, because even though it looks like it's really oily, it kind of like mixes in so well, and it just comes out so lightweight, and I just go crazy spraying it everywhere. Like I spray it all over my clothes, all over my hair. This is that type of formula that you can spray everywhere. It's not going to mess up your hair. It's not going to dry you out. It's really, really nice. And the scent of it is everything if you love peach. So good. Perfect for summertime. Next up, we have Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Lily. This one I'm not going to go into too much detail about because I feel like I'm a broken record at this point. Like, Dolce Lily, Dolce Lily, Dolce Lily, non-stop, but it's just something about it that just makes me feel this is exotic, this is tropical, this is refreshing, it's citrusy, it's bright, it's girly, it smells like Barbados cherry to me, even though it is passion fruit that's in here along with citruses. But it makes me think of acerolas, and I have talked about the memory that I have with this, which was me and my aunt getting acerolas from the tree, but I never really like gave it in detail. So it makes me laugh and it makes me happy because the memory that comes to mind And if I tell my aunt about it, she's gonna laugh. But the day that we were back there getting them, she grabbed a broomstick. And here in Puerto Rico, like, you don't have leveled ground. You have a lot of hills and mountains and rivers, and so the tree was kind of like at an angle where you really had to work to get those cherries, and she was just knocking them down with the broom, and next thing I know, she like fell. And my daughter was little at that time, my oldest daughter, she was little, and she was like a toddler, and she starts laughing and she's like, do it again, like telling her to fall and slip again. So literally that's what comes to my mind with this. That's how fragrance can just take you to like an exact moment in time, and it just makes me think of that. And it's summery, it's bright, it's citrusy, it's girly. Love it. That is Dolce Lily. It's kind of like just memory in a bottle number 2 as well. Next up, we have Valentino Donna Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. This is the one that I ended up going with out of all of the Born in Romas. I did have the yellow one, which is Yellow Dream. That one I think I might want back in my collection at some point, but I feel like the longer that bottle sits, it gets muskier and muskier. So it did get a little bit more difficult for me to wear. That one is sexy. That one's really sexy. But this one is like a musky, kiwi, summery type of scent. So, so nice. And it kind of is around those same vibes as Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice. So if you have been wearing L'Imperatrice and you kind of want something different this year, but you want to have kind of like the same vibes, check this one out. Or, so yeah, if you love Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice, I am almost certain that you will love this one as well. It kind of has like that same tardiness to it. It's sweet, it's fruity, and it's musky. And I have talked a lot about this one as well because I did have a travel size of this one, and I ended up just getting a full-size bottle because I just loved the way that it was smelling on me. So that is Coral Fantasy. Next up, this is another love. This is another one that I have not shut up about, and it had to make it to my summer fragrances video for sure. There was no way that it wouldn't. And that is by the 7 Virtues, and this is Coconut Sun. This one, I knew from the moment that I smelled it. I started off with a travel size with this one as well. I knew from the moment I smelled this, it was going to be in my summer favorites video for sure, like my top summer fragrances. This is like coconut water. Like they made you some type of drink using coconut water, and they literally, here when you go to like hotels and stuff, you can get drinks like with rum in them, in the coconut, with the coconut water. You gotta be careful, you could black out. But this just makes me think of like being in a hotel, sitting at the bar outside, having that coconut drink, and I'm by the beach, I'm listening to the waves, it's hot, it's humid, and this just makes me think of that. It's really lightweight, it's not heavy, and the florals in here are done really, really nice. There's nothing in here that like overpowers anything. Everything is together really nicely. It's a fragrance that's easy to wear. You do have to like coconut, but this coconut is not done like other coconuts where it's like super synthetic. This feels like a very realistic coconut to me, with like some lime or something, so it makes it very like breezy and just refreshing. And when I wear this in the heat, it just like radiates off of my skin so nicely. I can smell myself for a while, and I did go through a travel size already, so this is why this one looks pretty full. That's why all of these are like new, because I went through travel sizes and then I decided to pick up the full size of them. And then now this is another one. If you want to smell like a piña colada and you're by the beach, this makes me think of that, just because piña colada here is like one of the most popular drinks that you get asked for. It smells like a piña colada, but then it also smells musky and sexy. The dry down is very sexy. So I definitely recommend this one for this summer. If you love pineapple, you're looking for a good pineapple fragrance, this is such a good one to check out. It just makes me think of summertime, hot weather, the beach, piña coladas. Yeah, this one's really good. It's like a musky pineapple. I think there's moss in this one, oak moss or something. That gives it a very nice touch in the dry down, because you have sweet and you have fruity and you have pineapple, but then that dry down gets very, very sexy to me. And I definitely recommend this one for summer. These last two are very new to my collection, but I had to include them in this video because I love them so far. So they're not old-time favorites or anything like that, but I'm definitely going to be wearing them this summer, so I go ahead and recommend them to you guys as well. So this one is by Veronique Gavai. It was in my latest niche haul that I did. They sent this over to me, and this fragrance is another beachy fragrance. So I would say, like, if you already have Replica Beach Walk, you're good to go with this. Like, you don't have to get yourself like too many of the same thing. So this is kind of like in the same category. But what I love about this one also makes me think of like warm skin. It makes me think of like being at a hotel. It does smell a little more luxurious to me. But what I like about this one is that everything smells so realistic in here. Nothing smells synthetic. It literally smells like something that I can smell in the air. This one almost has like this aquatic vibe to it, almost like when you're standing at a hotel lobby that is right by the ocean and like that sea breeze is coming in. I feel like I get that with this. I get like a warmth, and I get kind of like that sunscreen vibe again, but this one's even less than the Replica. Like, this one just feels like it's a touch of that, but you're getting more of your environment in like a beachy setting. So like salty air, like warm skin, the sun, a little bit of white florals. There is white florals in here, but they don't bother me at all. Yeah, it just smells fancy. It smells luxurious. It does not smell screechy or heady. I don't think there's any neroli in here, but for some reason I get like neroli vibes in here too. But it's so good. It's really, really good. So I definitely recommend checking this one out. And then the last one is by Parfums de Marly, and this is Delina La Rose. And this one's definitely for those of you, like, if you don't want to smell like the whole fruity, tropical, or beachy, you just want something that's easy to wear, but you still want it to be feminine, a little floral, this is the one. This one has a little bit of tartness in it. There's rose in here. If you have smelled Chloe before, this is similar to Chloe, but a little bit more refreshing than Chloe, a little bit more like aquatic. There's more of like an aquatic feel to this one. This is the Delina for me. I don't want any other Delina. I'm good. Delina La Rose is where it's at for me. It's easier to wear. I like this type of fragrance. It doesn't have those spices. It doesn't have any incense like Delina Exclusive does, but it has that beautiful rose, like a rose water type of scent that I loved in those, but I couldn't wear them because my skin would pull out those other notes so much more. So I wouldn't be able to enjoy it. With this, I got exactly what I was looking for in those other two. This is a gorgeous fragrance. It's beautiful. It's feminine, it's classy, it's pretty, flirty, aquatic, thin, refreshing. There's just so much to it. I believe there's rhubarb in here or lychee, I don't remember. It's perfect. It doesn't bother me in here. Beautiful summer scent, beautiful spring scent, beautiful for hot weather. So I definitely recommend this one this summer. And I wanted to give one more bonus fragrance for summer, but this is like niche. It's expensive, but I have enjoyed it a few times in the hot weather, so I just wanted to give it like a shout out. It's already packed away in my collection because I am gonna send it with my move. It's been really hard deciding what I'm gonna take with me and what I'm gonna send with the move, but I'm also going to mention Raja Parfums Oceania. That one is not for everyone. That one's not even for me all the time, but I have to be very, very light with the sprays. If I overspray like I did the first time I wore it, it will drive you a little nuts because it is very strong. But I usually have a lot of people asking me, like, what is a fresh scent that lasts a long time? And that's really hard to answer because fresh scents don't really last a long time. It's citruses, they're going to go away pretty quickly. But Oceania will last you pretty much the entire day. It does have herbal notes in it too, though. It has like an aromatic touch to it. It has rosemary. I believe it has, I don't remember, it was thyme or something like that. It has a few like herbal notes in it. And I believe it also has lavender, but it is like an ocean air type of scent. It's very fresh and clean without being laundry. It does have citruses in it, so it's very bright. It's very unisex as well. But if you're looking for a niche fragrance that lasts a long time, it's fresh, it's citrus, and it's great for summertime, get a sample of that and try it out. But I'm warning you, you have to like niche fragrances. You have to like a little bit more like complex fragrances, unique It's not crowd pleasing at all. I don't think it is, but it is a beautiful, fresh, unisex, aromatic, oceany type of scent. So I wanted to throw that in there. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Comment down below what is your favorite summer fragrances, or what are the fragrances that you're going to be wearing this summer. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps out my channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one.